Audrey. Welcome to the show, Audrey's Kitchen. I'm here to show you a few recipes that are both healthy and quite delicious. I'm going to introduce a few ingredients that combine well together and also have great health benefits along the way. So today we're going to make a salad. It's a kale, soba noodle, and Brussels sprout salad. And it uses a few of my favorite ingredients. It has cilantro, pumpkin seeds, and hemp seeds, along with a great ginger spicy dressing. So the first ingredient that we have is dinosaur or Tuscan kale. It's kind of meaty, but it's got a sweet crunch to it as well. Next we have Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts are an amazing ingredient. They're like little heads of cabbage, and they bring so many benefits. Not only do they boast vitamins A, C, and K, they also help with digestion and lower cholesterol. Next we have hemp seeds. Not only do they contain high levels of magnesium, they're also a complete protein and source of omega-3 fatty acids. For our dressing, we're going to combine a little bit of almond butter with some ginger. And ginger as well is great for digestion and gives it that nice spicy hit. Now, once we have our kale washed, a lot of people like to de-stem it. However, the middle part adds a nice, it's kind of sweet and crunchy, so I like to leave it in. It adds a little bit of extra fiber. So to chop it, we're just going to make it pretty thin slices, almost shredding. Just take it in bunches. It doesn't have to be exact. And you're going to want to kind of roll it up just to keep it all together. And when slicing, I'm going to grab your knife and make sure that you keep your fingertips in so you don't slice them off. Cut the tip off and just run your blade along it. All the way down, working your fingers down with the knife. Toss it in your bowl. Take the second half of your bench. Alright, next we've got our Brussels sprouts. Today we're going to use about 12 Brussels sprouts for this salad. Brussels sprouts are an amazing ingredient. Not only do they have vitamins A, C, and K, but they also promote digestion with as much fiber as they contain, and lower cholesterol. So today we're going to use a mandolin to shape them. If you don't have a mandolin, you can just simply slice the very bottom off, make a flat surface, and slice it as thin as you can, shaving it if possible. However, if you do have a mandolin, you're still going to want to cut the very bottom off. So once the bottoms have been removed, we're going to grab our mandolin. Being extra careful, you're going to shave the Brussels sprouts on the mandolin. But the mandolin blade is very sharp, and in my opinion, one of the most dangerous kitchen utensils for this reason. So you're going to hold it. Our next ingredient is cilantro. Cilantro is one of my favorite herbs right now. It removes all the toxins and heavy metals from your body. You might think that you just find it in sushi, but really they're all around us with the chemicals we use and a lot of other food we eat if it's not organic or not whole grain foods. So for this recipe, we're going to use about a quarter of a bunch of cilantro, more or less depending on your taste buds. So we're just going to pick it off and wash it. So once you've picked and washed your cilantro, you're just going to give it a rough chop before tossing it into the salad. So just gather it up, and you're just going to roll it all together and run your knife through it. Okay. Toss that in our salad. See, nice and green. Now we're going to put the soba noodles in since our water is boiling. We'll let it cook for about 7 or 8 minutes, and in that time we can make our salad dressing. Now that our water is boiling, we're just going to drop them in, and make sure you have enough water for the amount of noodles that you have. Next, we're going to make our salad dressing. The base of the salad dressing is really ginger. The ginger is going to add some spice and liveliness to our dressing. You want it to be smooth and not wrinkly on top, and not soft to the touch. It's pretty firm. And once you cut it open, or slice a piece off, it's going to be kind of a yellow, creamy color, like that. We're going to use about a good nub of ginger, like 1.5 to 2 inches thick. Ginger is a great anti-inflammatory, and I try and eat it every day. I add it to my green smoothies, dressings, sauces, whatever I can, really. First, we're gonna peel the ginger. When I make dressings, I like to either use my Roboku or a high-speed blender. If you don't have that, you can just mince up the ginger and whisk in your other ingredients. It works just as well, and I've definitely spent a fair amount of time doing that myself. Okay. So just make sure you get all the skin off, or all the peel off. You can see it's a nice bright yellow color. Today I'm going to use my Vitamix. A Vitamix is a great kitchen tool. You can make smoothies, salad dressings, soups. I just discovered it this year, so I'm quite fond of it. So I'm just going to throw my piece of ginger in. The other ingredients in this are rice vinegar, tamari, and tamari is like a soy sauce, it's just gluten-free. We've got some almond butter. Either you can make your own at home or buy it at the store. If you're buying it at the store, I like the stuff that you can grind yourself. It's got a better texture and taste personally, and no added sugar. And the last ingredient is toasted sesame oil. We just use about a tablespoon of that. And if you're allergic to almonds or just don't like nuts, you can use an extra tablespoon of sesame oil in place of it. And we're going to use a tablespoon of honey just to balance it out and add a little bit of sweetness. Okay? So first we're going to do a 1/4 cup of tamari, a 1/4 cup of rice vinegar, a 1/4 cup of cold water, 1 tablespoon of almond butter, and 1 tablespoon of honey. If you're vegan, you can always use agave in place. But honey is a great ingredient to use just because it helps with allergies during the springtime, and you get that local honeybee taste. Once you have all those ingredients in, we're going to blend it. Just on a low speed. So right now we don't have our sesame oil in. We're going to wait till all the ingredients are blended together and then slowly drizzle it in. Top up. And 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. Alright, we're just going to put this in a dish and put it in the fridge to get a little bit cold for our salad. And there we go. It's so easy. Just how I like it. It's time to take our noodles off. So I like my noodles to be al dente. That takes about 7 or 8 minutes, and it just means that it's chewy to the bite. Right when you take them off, you're going to run cold water over so it stops the cooking process. Otherwise they're going to become mushy and not very good. Okay. Let that drain out a little bit. Now we're going to add the soba noodles to our salad. Just pop them in. And we're going to add our dressing. You're going to use most of the dressing because the soba noodles and the greens, since they're so hearty, they really absorb it. If you have a little bit left over, you can save it, and if you have salad the next day, you might want to add more. So just mix up your dressing again. Pour it over. I like to use my hands for this. This way I can really massage the greens and get the dressing incorporated into it. And since Brussels sprouts and kale are a heartier vegetable, it's going to soften them up and make them a lot more edible. So once we have all that combined, we're going to add our seeds. First, hemp seeds. We're going to do about 1/3 cup of each of the hemp and the pumpkin. If you don't have hemp seeds or you find them too expensive, you can always do sesame seeds. They add a great crunch as well. Just sprinkle it over. Give it a quick toss. animal protein or tofu, there's still a lot in this salad between the buckwheat noodles, the hemp seeds, and the pumpkin seeds. Alright, it's ready to serve now. Just get your bowls. And you can either serve this as a light lunch, an appetizer, or a dinner alongside some grilled fish maybe. And I always like to add a little bit extra pumpkin seeds on top. And there you go. So easy and quite delicious. As you can see, Brussels sprouts, soba noodles, kale, so easy and delicious. What's not to like about it? And so great for you. Join me again next time at Audrey's Kitchen. You can also find this recipe on my blog at audreyskitchen.com.